Boom skis. Boom. Boom. Hi, everybody. How you doing today? My name is Matt. I am your Chaotic Writer. This is a D&D game. It is a D&D game called Tales of SEGLESIA. It is the 16th session of this D&D game called Tales of SEGLESIA. This is Maw of the Python, the name of session 16 of Tales of SEGLESIA, which is a D&D campaign. So I want to thank everybody for showing up today and enjoying this presentation of all the things that I've said multiple times previously, just in the correct order this time. But hey, tonight we have 5 players playing in tonight's session, the usual suspects. I will announce early that there may be possibility in the near future for a 6th player to join Tales of SEGLESIA. I will not give up details on who it may be. That is going to be something to potentially be discovered and determined by the next session. So if you want to know who that individual is, then I would highly recommend you stay tuned and jump into the next session when that comes up, because it's going to be a good one. But for tonight, let us go ahead and introduce our usual suspects.
Wait,
hello, everybody.
Hello. Hello.
They were in the middle of a discussion about mozzarella sticks, but
mini sodas
and mozzarella sticks. But tonight we have Dr. Squiggums Esquire playing as Winveer / Victor.
Oh yes.
Don't tell anybody. Don't. Hey, chat. Don't tell anybody you know that it's Winveer. Tell them that it's Victor, because he's playing as Victor right now.
Wait, isn't it actually Philip right now? He changed his name again.
Did you?
No.
You changed your name? No, you didn't. No. I don't remember Philip ever coming up.
No, it was Sam Hill. That was the cover.
Sam Hill.
That's right. Yeah.
That's right. Okay.
So many names.
Sam Hill, the mask of Victor, who is the mask of Winveer. Got it. We got many different levels of identity going on here, and I certainly hope that Winveer does not have a crisis of identity, that you're able to keep everything together in one small package. Next person up will be Phoenix V, playing as Orgoth.
He getting food.
Food is Ambrose is playing as Zug tonight. Is Zug food?
Reckless attack.
Okay. We got Large Strong Carter playing as Roby.
I am here.
And then we have Sensei Suplex playing as Rashid.
Zug. I got a word one from a boy.
Work.
Orc smash now.
We got 2 orcs, 2 human-like individuals, and 1 automaton. That is all you need for a Dungeons & Dragons game. The only other thing that you need for a Dungeons & Dragons game is the actual game. But before we begin that game, regular question for everybody. Tonight's question is, if you can describe your character in the form of a genre of music, specifically a subgenre of music, what would it be? And I, am going to begin with, I'm gonna say Ambrose playing a Zug.
The blackest of metals.
So we got Zug playing black metal, Ambrose playing black metal in the form of Zug. That is to say, that is the music that describes Zug as a character.
Or maybe some NBA young boy as well.
Is that, well, okay, so I don't want to be an old geezer, but who is that? I don't know who that is.
Trust me, Matt.
Okay, all right, I
don't
trust you.
wanna know.
Hey, Phoenix V, Orgoth, what genre of music describes your character?
He's still getting food.
Let's see, still hungry. What genre of music has to do with just eating? I don't think there is one. I don't know. Hey, let's just change let's change it to somebody else. Hey, LARP Strong Carter playing as Roby. What music would describe your character?
I mean, I don't really listen to a lot of genres. I would say Roby's, like, if Roby had a theme song, it would be like something from probably like My Chemical Romance, or kind of one of those, like, I'm not sure if I should be sad listening to this or if I should be dancing, but I'm gonna dance either way.
Gotcha. So, Roby, the emo automaton, is My Chemical Romance. Somewhere in between joy and sadness. I think this makes sense for your character, 100%. Sensei Suplex, Rashid, what genre or subgenre of music would describe your character?
So I always have a theme song for my character, but a whole genre to them. I don't know if this is accurate, but I don't know, maybe just power metal. Mainly it's just sort of harping off of the sort of Seven Sins, sort of, demon devil vibes or whatever. And I don't think like death metal can fit Rashid, but power metal probably can.
Gotcha. I dig that. I think power metal, epic maneuvers with guitar riffs definitely seems like a Rashid kind of vibe.
You gotta get your DMC somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. Dr. Squigums playing as Windveer. I'm going to guess that it is ska music, because that is the music of an I think you know the joke.
I was about to show you that one.
No, I've seen it before.
Yes.
You showed me it. It was ska music is the music that plays inside a teenage boy's head while they're eating mozzarella sticks.
No, it's playing their head when they get an extra mozzarella stick.
When they get an extra mozzarella stick.
But whenever we'd probably listen to something more to like a contemporary classic to an electro swing, if we're going more modern.
Electro swing?
Hey, you never heard of electro swing?
Nah, I know electro.
It's pretty good.
Oh, I will have to investigate. Lonely Caravan. Hey, I feel like I'm aging out of my music tastes already. This was not a great question for me. I feel like I have been asking more questions than I intended to. It's like, what's that? I haven't heard that before. Grumpy. Anyways, Orgoth, that is to say, Phoenix V, is probably still eating food. Hey, are you back? Hey,
yep, I'm back.
Genre of music. What genre of music describes Orgoth as a character?
I would say death metal.
Kidding.
So we got Orgoth death metal, Zug blackest of black metal. So we got three different kinds of metal in this group. Three different kinds of metal. One classical, one My Chemical Romance. Seems like a spectrum of options, my friends. So hey, that's it for my goofy questions. My final question for everybody in chat and everybody in the game: is everybody ready to play some Dungeons and Dragons tonight?
Yes!
Have I? I mean, yes. Now I wait for Max's reaction in chat.
All right. In which case, let me properly set a tone as we enter into tonight's session 16 of Tales of SEGLESIA, which is Maw of the Python.
Holy shit, session 16?
Session 16. Also, I should point out that I'm not counting seasons. I am only counting sessions. So I haven't really created a delimiting classification for seasons. It's just been counting up. Everybody, counting up from 0.
Oh my god. I thought we was like at session 12, I swear to god.
Nope, we've had a few. We maybe have had a few of them where there were more activities going on in different places at the same time. It's sort of like half sessions, almost. I guess was there?
About it real quick?
Yeah.
When you think about it real quick, that means we've been playing for roughly, like very roughly 4 months. That's insane.
It is.
The campaign has been active for more than 4 months because there have been sessions that have not come to fruition. So yeah, we're making some progress. Okay, music is kicked in. I want everybody to imagine a great big snake. In particular, a python. While the underbelly of such a creature might be particularly soft and vulnerable, its scales are typically hard, and its teeth, pincers, razor sharp, ready to strike down upon flesh and inject venom, ready to coil around its prey, tightening ever stronger and stronger, crushing its prey and consuming it whole. At what stage of the adventure do our adventurers find themselves in this terrible process? Have they merely just come upon the python of their destiny? Or are they in the coils, in the clutch of its grip? Our adventurers have embarked upon a new quest, and this quest has been an extension of one character's dramatic need to seek the weapons of the world serpent Dendar. This has brought some of these characters to a part of town known as Canalside, adjacent to Baker's Row. And they've embarked into a tavern. Are about to embark into the basement of this tavern to seek answers as to why the barkeep was under some sort of trance. And hopefully to gain answers as to what to expect going forward. At the same time, we have other characters who have embarked northward, have entered into the thicket of the wilderness, and through a fateful crossing are now standing face to face with a massive orc who wishes to punish them for their transgressions. We are about to see just how wide the maw of the python stretches, and just how hard those teeth clamp down on their victims in tonight's session of Tales of SEGLESIA. And we are going to begin right where we left off with our companions, Roby, Winvir, and Rashid, stepping down into the basement of the Grinning Scoundrel, a tavern located right next to the canal, separating Canal Side from the Baker's Row. Upon stepping down into the basement, they feel the creaking of the steps underneath their feet. They see dimming light ahead of them as they turn to reach the bottom of the steps. They see the walls and the ceiling dripping in water. Water caused from the melt of the snow outside, or perhaps a subtle leaking from the canal nearby. In either case, our adventurers find themselves with many questions. With all three of these intrepid chancers having essentially arrived at the location early in order to perform a bit of a scouting run, as you can I guess as you can entertain it. But at this point in time, as the three of you have stepped down into the basement, leaving Ontro, who is the tavern keep, unconscious, incapacitated, upstairs.
I thought we took him with us.
Did
Yeah,
you?
we took him down.
All right. Let me throw him on.
Yeah, I'm just carrying him right now.
Okay. Are you basically like fireman carrying him, or?
It's kind of like over the shoulder. I don't imagine he's that heavy. But I can't really do much more than that. Rashid's not strong.
Okay. Doop, boop, boop, boom. There we go.
Thank you.
You realize that you enter a hallway that stretches ahead of you. There are doors to your left and right, and a door ahead of you. So my question for you, my friends, is what do you do?
Well, considering I'm closest to one of the doors, I'm going to lightly tap it. Hear if anybody responded.
So in which case, if you wish to roll a perception check to see if anybody responded to your prodding of the door, feel free to do so.
All right.
While you were doing that, I'll just say, whispering. Make sure, I doubt it, it's just a simple tavern, but make sure to check for traps or anything. Who fucking knows at this point, considering the mugs from earlier.
And just a quick point of
That's what I
reference.
Mm-hmm.
My detect magic would still be up for a couple more minutes. So if anything seems to have any aura down here,
Would you wouldn't see that through walls, however.
correct? Nope,
Okay.
not through walls.
Yeah. So nothing in your direct purview is revealing that there's a magic in this hallway that you can see.
All right then. And with that, I am going to do is open the door. I'll be damned.
Mm-hmm. As you open the door, you stare down an adjacent hallway. You noticed pretty quickly that the doors to your left and right each have a number on a plate that is attached to the center of each door, sort of listing the room numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It would, of course, stand to reason that you are in the basement of a tavern, and this is the inn part of the tavern.
If
All
I
right,
do
then.
notice, like, oh, it's like leading into a long hallway, and I get that sense, could I like, because I don't think we ever did it before. Can I like set the guy down and then just not taking anything, but just seeing what's on this person, like if there's any hidden notes or anything like that, instructions, anything weird or whatever.
So since he is incapacitated, you can do yeah, I mean, anything that's in his pockets. You notice a wallet with some money. You notice that he has a necklace around his neck that has a small pendant that has something in Dwarvish etched on it. Aside from that, you don't notice that there are any notes or anything on his person.
Okay. Good to know. I'll resist taking money from them because it's not their fault. They're not a shithead. They're just being controlled. So, and then just slump them over my shoulder again and wait for Winvir Roby to take the lead.
How does... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I looked at everybody. It's like, all right, there's rooms in here. We'll check in there. We should probably check the other doors in this hallway as well. Follow me.
Before we go walking around opening doors, I want to do a scan of the area, looking for, like, is it dusty? Does there seem to be a lot of, how when boots scrape against the wood, it causes, out of character, I want to do a survival check to see if I can get an understanding of where the most people seem to be coming and going from down here.
Sure, absolutely.
Survival. Normal. Man,
Oh.
nope.
Yikes.
Get him out for the day.
Yep, for a minimum of 8. You notice that it seems like these hallways are pretty decently tended to, but of course this does seem to be an old and not super well kept tavern. So you are going to notice, the corners do have somewhat of a buildup of dirt and sand along the hallways. You are going to notice that there is that there are, some bare remnants of just trash in little pieces of rubbish kind of sitting in those same corners and at the end of the hallway perpendicular to the one that you're in. Aside from that, there isn't a whole lot that you can grab from your roll.
So basically, I kind of am calling that out to you, Winvir, as you see me kind of scanning the place. I do not see exact signs of life per se. So unless there is another way, maybe we should, one by one, check the doors. However, there is a 20% chance that we will be undetected, as it is very likely there will be someone wanting to come to the bar.
If anybody does try to come to the bar, then it'll be someone, or not a normal person, so probably someone we'd want to talk to anyways. I think we should at least stay within, or very close, even though we're checking different rooms. Don't go down separate hallways if we can help it.
I agree.
Right then, it's unanimous. Go here. Actually, you didn't hear that, but it was knocking on the door again, hearing if it's anything else. Just check. Hey!
Hey!
He hears all.
So you're knocking on the door to the right of you?
Mm-hmm.
That's the one? Okay. You knock on that one. You realize that that one and the next door up from it, as you are carefully listening in, you realize that both of those rooms are quite small and they are connected to each other, and it occurs to you very quickly that despite the fact that there are no particular markings on this door or the next door, that this is where the bathrooms would be located.
Oh.
I know, not the most awesome revelation, but hey, you figured that out real good.
Hey, just knocking this. All right, this one. Yeah, these two are just latrines. All right, on to the next one.
I'm gonna give you a permanent +1 to bathroom detection.
All right. Yes, this is a toilet.
Alright, here. I guess I'm still just staying within reach or whatever. I'll just start the process over on that door. While Winvir's doing the other door.
All
I'm
right.
knocking and then listening.
Yeah, so go ahead, knock and listen. And
I hear nothing.
This is hearing, so.
Yeah, I'm distracted by Roby constantly opening and closing the bathroom door. Roby, I understand that might be a little bit fun for you, but can you please not? Thank you.
It's like fanning out the fart smells. No, I don't use Foundry, and I was like, what? I was like, dang, that's cool. Sorry.
Well, it's,
The automaton glitched. It can't stop opening and closing doors.
So you knock in on that door in particular, and you don't, there's no response on the other side of it. Unfortunately.
look over, Roby. I'm not entirely sure. Just be on your guard, okay?
Well, that is to say, to Rashid, there's nothing that you were able to determine on the other side of that one. Winveer, are you saying that you knocked on the door just north of you? Okay.
I did, and I got a 7 as well.
You are actually going to hear something.
And I have my crossbow drawn, by the way.
What you are going to hear is very, very simple and very directed. And what it is a voice saying, "Come on in."
I look over Roby, just look like silently, like look at him, just being like, "All right, get ready."
Well, I see that you have gotten here a little early.
Yeah. Real quick, Roby, do you ever get me on my attention?
Yeah, I would have. Let me think. I would have right behind Winveer, right before we moved in. When he opened the door and said what he said, I would have turned around and kind of like almost recorder style, like copied him exactly what he said in Roby voice.
Easy enough. I'll like get ready. I mean, blades at the ready just in case. The word shut. All right, there we go.
I'm not gonna actually step all the way in. I'm kind of at the door because I'm trying to hide the crossbow, like kind of behind me, but be ready in case I need to use it.
So, as Winveer steps in and each of you stand near the door, it's enough. It's enough for all of you to notice that you see a particular individual. At least one of you would recognize this individual, but you would see somebody who is of a humanoid stature. However, their skin has two different shades, one of a reddish brown and one of a more yellowish tone, with scales across their skin, or that is to say, scales for their skin. They appear to be sitting upon a table, cross-legged, in a position which seems to indicate that they are performing some sort of focused ritual. This chanting that they are conducting in a very reptilian tongue. You notice that they are sitting surrounded by a set of candles, and set before them is an object. It looks to be a small metallic enclosure that indicates that it is something similar to a compass. And just before stepping in, you notice that they were performing this ritual with a sort of spectral light surrounding them and coming off of this compass. But as soon as you have stepped into the room, this spectral light begins to fade, and their eyes open.
At a glance in that direction, because like I said, I'm not fully in there, so you can determine how much I would see. Can I roll like an Arcana check as a ritual caster myself to see if I have an idea of the nature of casting?
Absolutely.
Oh, well, shit. Not only that, I have fucking detect magic up.
You do? Well, I mean, you did just enter the room. Yep. And that detect magic is going to indicate that the magics coming off of that circle are of the enchantment class. It is you actually see two separate auras. One of them, both of them are enchantment based. One has a hue very similar to that hue that you've discovered in the upstairs. The other one is a little different, but based upon the ritual that was being performed, you can still roll an Arcana check to see if you can get more information. I'm going to say with a 9, not a whole lot more information aside from something having to do specifically with the object in front of her. And as, of course, you continue this step in, she sort of relaxes herself a little bit, takes a deep breath, and says, I was not expecting you so soon.
To be quite frank, neither did I, but... Well, here we are. Well, friends, this was the individual I mentioned from before. The eye. As well just leave it at that. In the flesh.
See.
Indeed. And she is going to stand up from the table, and she's going to step over, and she's going to say, my name is hard to pronounce in my tongue to yours. It carries many meanings amongst my people, and I've been referred to by many more. In the common tongue, the most pronounceable name, and the one I hold closest, is Lalasu, the Eye. It was my intention to meet you later in the evening. However, it seems you've caught me a little preoccupied. I have not finished my preparations as of yet.
Many questions, but... 1, what exactly were you preparing? And 2, what exactly are you doing down here in the tavern?
It is a long story. The short version is I am in danger. And in order for me to keep tabs on my enemy and assure my own safety, I've made home in this establishment. And she gestures over to Antro and says, I see you've met the barkeep.
Yes. That's more than side of the point. This enemy that you speak of. There would happen to be the severed hand, correct?
That is correct. I am prepared to share the details, to share my fuller story. However, it requires a bit more, well, immersion, I guess you can say. But it seems you haven't harmed the dwarf. I was merely using him to keep tabs on the upstairs in the hopes that none of the severed hand determine my whereabouts.
I get it. enchantment in order to be able to protect yourself and your surroundings. Simple, but
Indeed.
yet effective.
Yes.
Well, we'll say on our behalf, I am sorry that we have your beacon tied up in the way that it is. We just had to have a precaution is all.
Right. But also, what exactly did you do to them?
It is the nature of the magic that I have been taught to wield since I was little. Out of character question. Is Ontro at 0 hit points? I'm trying to. No, you just knocked him out. That's right.
Yeah.
You just,
Yeah.
yeah. She's going to step over. And she's going to look over at. She's going to look over at you and she says, "Bring him over here."
Yeah, I'll do so, but I will kind of as I pass him over, ask Roby to hand him. I'll set him down, and then I will whisper to Winvir because he's the closest, and just say, "Still be on your guard. I do not know much about her, and whether she can be trusted is,
Look, I figured, but right now, considering the two options, she's the one that's going to be most cooperative. Keep
I
guard.
know.
We have. It's rather, truth be told, easier to deal with one than it is to deal with more. For right now, it's good to have an ally, but I will say as well, we will be on our guard.
DM,
Mm-hmm.
would there have been anything that would have stuck out during her conversation that kind of any hints of lying or any hints of hiding anything?
From
Like
a
in her movement patterns?
from a passive insight, you do not. The thing is that the movement and the demeanor of this individual is very different from other biologicals that you've met. This individual seems very graceful, very much in the same nature of a snake, and stepping across the floor, you barely hear much of a sound as she traverses. It may be hard to pinpoint if there is a lie or a truth, because it is not like the others you have seen. However, nothing to you indicates a falsehood or an intent to deceive that you can tell. And as she is looking down upon Andro, she takes her hand, she extends her arm and takes her hand and begins to wave her fingers about as she speaks in a reptilian tongue.
Did you say draconic?
Well, I say reptilian.
Damn it. Okay.
Yep. And from the way she is speaking, it is a lot of hisses, a lot of clicks, a lot of very quiet rattling noises.
And vibrating? What?
Rattling. Nope, that's my phone. Don't worry about it. And you notice Ontro begin to sit up. And then she says, "Ah, Antro. Wake up. Wake up. You have been asleep in the basement. And Antro is looking about with the same sort of glaze over his eyes that you recognize, and he says, I've fallen asleep in the basement. Yes. Now rise to your feet. And he does so. And he looks around, but he looks around as if he doesn't see anybody. He's just kind of like looking throughout the room. And she says, Antro, please mind the bar and continue your work. And do not allow anybody to enter the basement. And Antro blinks. And he says, well, I better go back to the bar, finish up what I'm doing, and continue greeting guests, and make sure I don't think I'm gonna be accepting anybody staying here at the tavern tonight, so basement's gonna be off limits. And he's going to begin stepping forward, almost stepping in the direction of Rashid, as if he's not there.
Real quick thing.
Yep.
So yeah, as he's doing that, so it's kind of like he just doesn't even register that we are around him right now, right?
Right.
Okay. Well, I will back out of his way and kind of motion for Roby to follow suit. But one other thing that I definitely want to do is, Rashid kind of feels bad for this guy or whatever. He's getting roped into like so much stuff that's beyond him. And then he also kind of, slammed his head into the tavern thing. He's gonna try if he can, like, to slip in his pocket like a sleight of hand or whatever. Like 15 gold for the guy. Like, he feels bad.
Gotcha. What's interesting is that, and since you had mentioned it, at one point he does sort of like prod his head a little bit. He's like, and he says, I must have taken a really bad fall or something. Oh. But you are going to successfully, slip gold into his pocket, and he's not gonna even notice that anybody has done so. And he's going to step forward into Roby's space as if Roby's not even there.
Yeah, I'd imagine that, like with Rashid kind of stepping back, Roby's a very curious, inquisitive kind of creature. And so, like, at first, like, he kind of looks at Rashid moving back and is kind of confused, as it seems like this dude doesn't see. But Roby's insightful enough to go, okay, maybe I should follow suit and, like, kind of step over. But and I don't want to keep asking this, but Roby is trying to understand what is going on. He's not smart, right? Mm-hmm. He's wise, but he's like, what is this magic? What, like, I see it's an enchantment. How is it working? What is this creature? And I'm also going to do something later that you're going to hate me for. But so basically what I'm asking for is one last...
Thank you for giving me a warning in advance that I'm going to hate it. Who knows? I might hate
warning.
it.
Yeah. But I'm asking for an Arcana check. I hate asking over and over because I, as a DM, like to not necessarily let people re-roll, but it just makes sense in this moment that he's looking and watching, and then now she's doing this casting, and he's paying attention to the casting, and he's like trying to put things together like a puzzle.
I think your initial Arcana roll was on the magic aura that was sort of apparent during the
Ritual.
Yeah.
Okay.
The two different kinds of auras. In this case, you're
Okay.
focusing very specifically on Antro, which, of course, you do see a similar effect surrounding him.
Okay.
So that Arcana check, is that the recent one, the 9?
No, I'll look at he's like I imagine like
Aw.
his memories, like imagine your brain and synapses, and you
Mhm.
know how when you're like you think of a word and you're like, fuck, what is that fucking word? I don't like, and that's what's going on in Roby's brain right now. He's like, what this doesn't make any sense.
It's a comedic scene. It's sort of like, it's that scene of just kind of, audiences laughing a little bit as you're pointing and you're like, what,
Yeah, and I'd say
it's
it's pretty, like it's pretty obvious. He doesn't give off emotions, but it's pretty obvious if anyone's looking at him that like he is like scanning this man as he's walking by, even to the point where like he would like follow behind him and just stand in the doorway, and he's watching him like head tilted, and just kind of turns back towards Rashid.
And he's whistling as he's stepping forward towards the stairs. Sort of just
I do not
a care in the world.
Like Roby turns his head towards Rashid. I do not understand. It was as if I was not there.
I don't understand quite myself, but this magic is either innate or it is far beyond us right now.
You humanoids have a term for snake charmers. We have charmers of our own. It goes both ways.
Huh. Fascinating.
Anyhow, Antro will continue to be my eyes upstairs to ensure danger does not disturb our conversation.
I guess to continue, if I'm not mistaken, you explained why you're here. What spell or thing were you conjuring earlier?
It was part of my preparations to ready an item for you. Something that would be able to guide you in the direction of something or anything bearing the mark or magic of Dendar, the world serpent. It was a tool I wished to provide you to assist you on your seeking that of which you have come here to seek.
Two things. First, do I believe that?
Feel free to roll an insight check.
I'm still questioning it, but let's see if I get any inklings on maybe what. 12.
12. From a 12, you do not judge that there is insincerity, but there may be just a slight, tiny nugget of uncertainty. A bit of a look over to where she was sitting, where the compass is located, that sort of indicates that she's still working out the kinks.
Gotcha. All right. I guess the question I was going to ask, but I don't. I understand, but I don't. Why exactly are you so interested in helping me accomplish this stuff? I get it. You said that you were in hiding from the Severed Hand, that they will get their hands onto these relics possibly. But how did you know about me, and why exactly are you helping me? I'm sure it's not out of good faith.
She nods. And you are going to see her move forward. She's going to step on the other side of the table and go to the far end where there is what appears to be a small pot or cauldron that is set over a not very bright but effective magical fire that seems to be bubbling and brewing some sort of concoction. And she leans forward and sniffs it. And she stands and puts her finger on her cheek as if to determine well, you're not sure at first, but when she nods to herself to confirm her thought, she decides to grab a bowl from the bench sitting just north of her, and she takes the bowl and begins to dip it into the cauldron. And she begins to step forward. And she says, I believe this has had enough time brewing in order for me to provide you the clearest of context. I will require magic that is slightly stronger than what I can simply cast. I will require that you drink this.
Whoa. Hold on there, lady. Okay, so you want me to just drink this? Whatever it is, whatever could happen, just drink it. And the... I don't know. He'll look towards Winveer and Roby. What you guys think? Because he does not trust her yet. I'm just looking for a reason for me to trust her so far. And it's like, I don't know. I mean...
she's not said, like, what it does specifically, just that to do what needs to be done, you need to drink this, right?
That's what she said so far.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when you look over at Roby, it's probably pretty apparent that you're trying to maneuver in a forward motion, and this seems to be an impasse that you're not sure of. Ruby kind of racks his brain. I do not understand
I'm listening.
her spells, but at this point, she has yet to say anything that makes me think she is untruthful.
To be fair, Rashid, you said that she was the one that contacted you in the dream in order to be able to help with your quest, was it not?
That is true, but as we've talked before, the powerful relics, many people have sought them in the past. Not all were the most, well, trustworthy. Not saying that she isn't, but we have to take precautions.
That's true.
She's going to see the I'm sorry, you said?
I was gonna say to Rashid, like looking at Rashid, would it help if I could force her to tell the truth?
How so?
I know a way that is not guaranteed, but it has a 75% chance of succeeding, where it will force her to be unable to allow a lie to leave her mouth. Out of character, zone of truth.
Yeah. If you're willing to at least go through with this as a sign of trust, then. And he's looking to Lalasu. I am sure that you understand. And besides, if you have nothing to lie about or nothing to withhold, then it should be fine, right?
I see. It is understandable. If trust is not established, perhaps this is a better method of assuring our cooperation than merely words.
So
I allow myself to be within a zone of truth.
So Ruby will take a few steps forward, and as he's doing it, I just envision it being very much Doctor Strange-esque, as he's basically raising his hands in the air in these arcanic patterns, and he's vocalizing something that is in the terms of like what some people might think is like like church speak. Basically, it's a clerical kind of bit of mentions, and you'll see as he then like hits his hands on the ground, and this bright aura kind of like scribbles this sigil on the ground in a 15-foot radius around, like from her point, 15 foot in all directions.
Understood. Does that encompass you as well, or just herself?
Yeah, so it's a 15-foot radius, sphere.
Okay. Affecting everyone.
Yeah, so I would say where she's at, it's got pretty much the whole room, 5, 10, 15. And then obviously you get everyone would get a charisma saving throw until the spell ends. A creature that enters the spell for the first time or starts its turn in there has to do a charisma saving throw. So I'd say, based on the fact that we're not in a fight, you know, if she wants to say something, she makes a charisma saving throw. If it's a lie, she can't say it.
Understood.
And I would ask if, with my passive perception, if that would be able to, because if she passes the charisma saving throw, she's got to do something to fight off this spell. So that would mean I should be easily able to tell, is she fighting the spell to lie? I'm saying it'd be nice. You don't have to, but
Certainly, I can certainly provide some insight if that is the case. And so you have put down a clear barrier of truth-telling surrounding herself in the area surrounding her. And with this magic casted, you notice that she stays completely stationary and focused.
Dude, can you believe? I'm sorry, but I just did it, and it lets me do my own little button. Foundry's awesome. Sorry.
Yeah. Charisma saving throw.
I assume we gotta make it over here for me and Winvir, right?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
anyone in this area.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't know about you, Winvir, buddy, but yeah, I'm definitely resisting this shit.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm at least
I was
trying.
about to roll that before anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, we're on the same wavelength. I
right.
don't know if you guys know.
Nice.
All right, and she remains stilled. She's sort of, her demeanor, of course, standing proud and just target focused. The focus has not shifted. Her demeanor does change just a little bit to something that's a little bit more humble, however. And she says, "Ask your questions."
Then we trust you. What is that? Yes or no?
You need to be more specific.
You'll see Rashid will just be like, wait, what the fuck? What do you mean? So he's just kind of like muttering, it's a yes or no question. No, it's a yes or no question. Can we trust you? Yes or no? And he's just like looking at Winfrey like, wait, what the fuck?
I understand what she's saying.
My nature for survival as a Yuan Ti requires lies and deceit in order to assure that survival. In the subject of our mission, I have no desire to provide you falsehood about my intentions concerning my history and those we would hope to vanquish.
So like, I don't like that answer, but I don't
This-
think we get.
This
Is your
in
best way
my
of saying yes.
hand
Yeah.
is a potion of seeing. It is part of a custom from my tribe. in order to better explain and articulate idea and thoughts, it is customary that those who are higher in my tribe to equally ingest this in order to transcend into an illusory state that allows better visualization. This is for the palate of Yuan Ti. For you, it is not deadly. It might not agree with your stomach, however, it is, well, a necessary poison.
Rashid will just kind of sigh, and then he won't like it, but I don't know what he has to do. He'll basically like hold his hand out to take the bowl.
She offers the bowl forward and says, "Each of you may partake if you choose, but for Rashid, it is mandatory." And she looks over to Roby.
So
I have no sense of how it may affect your kind.
I'll leave it up to Winvir, whether you want to drink or not, but again, I don't really have a choice, seems like.
Well, against my better judgment, I'll partake within the potion.
So, well, yeah, you know, I mean, hey, if we die here, I mean, at least we died in a dirty tavern of the sorts. I mean, it could have been worse. It could have been outside on the ground, or even at that festival with the whole rat thing. But here we go. Rashid will kind of like look down into the bowl for a second and just reflect and try to really, really think about like all the different ways that this, this can possibly go wrong from like history, time and time again, from even what little Dindar has told him. But you'll have to suck it up and just say, oh, nothing ventured, nothing gained. They never said this was going to be easy. And he will drink the potion, I guess.
One moment.
It's the death.
Make your highest saving throw, Sensei. It's all coming back to you, bitch.
I realized I've been talking and I've been muted this whole damn time.
Okay.
I was like, gosh, guys, just don't. I was like, don't answer me that. When she goes to like hand over the bowl and like Rashid saying that, if you would like, I can maybe check it a bit. I am fully proficient in the creation of poisons. I can at least try to make sure that it will not kill you.
How long would it take?
It should not take long. I just like stick my hand in the bowl and then put it in my mouth and see if I can break down the different the chemicals. I am proficient in Poisoner's Kit.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so if you're proficient in Poisoner's Kit, let's see. I'd say you can definitely roll an investigation with, I'll say, with advantage to piece together the ingredients and get a sense of what the nature of this concoction.
Okay. Now, could I rebuttal that ever so slightly and say that it is medicine check, or at the least a nature check over investigation?
You're I would say so. Let's see. Nature, probably.
And I threw out both of those because I am +7 to medicine, but I'm -1
Okay.
to nature.
Oh, gotcha. Well,
Either way,
it
I'm
isn't.
getting
It
advantage, so I'm
isn't.
cool.
You're not doing anything health-wise with medicine. It's not
Exactly.
necessarily like this isn't medicine necessarily.
I'm totally cool with it.
12.
And
You're gonna pick apart some ingredients, and it seems like, yeah, this is a psychedelic concoction. And you feel a little. That is to say, you compute a little cautiously, because it seems like this concoction and the ingredients that are sort of free floating within the bowl are the kind of things that are often suggested to be careful not to ingest by some of your limited database of flora. But you don't have enough of a gauge to determine to what degree the different ingredients play a role, or the full effects of what it is.
Yeah, so I know some of the stuff, but not necessarily how it comes together. I am unaware of the exact nature of this concoction. However, I can assure you, if you do die, I will bring you back.
That is hopefully reassuring.
As much as it can be, but here we are.
Well, after you.
I drink death.
Rashid drinks. Winveer does Sam Hill drink? does Winveer / Victor / Sam Hill?
Yes, I do partake in the potion as well.
Okay.
I also just thought about this. I like how Winveer saw this person and immediately dropped the accent. It's like, oh shit, we're dealing with some serious stuff now.
Yes.
Roby,
I just thought about it.
I've already thought about it.
Yep.
So, two things.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how you want to play this out, but Warforged aren't immune to poisons.
Mhm.
They are resistant. So if you wanted to roll out to see if it does affect him, that's cool with me. I'd imagine at first he's trying to be protective. He wants to see what they're going to go through. Out of character, I'm assuming this is like what I posted in the chat, like an ayahuasca kind of thing. Is this a trip? And as he sees them tripping, I would think that I could medicine check them enough to know they're not dying. And at that point, Roby would actually be sort of curious, like, what would this do to me? So that's my intentions. You can.
Okay, so you are going to ingest with the resistance in mind, and if you resist, then you're going to observe.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Okay, gotcha. In which case, Constitution saving throws for all three of you.
So, I will use this feature that I haven't actually used in the entire campaign. Firstly, make my con save.
Advantage.
20. If I do take any bits of poison damage in the likes of this, I do want to use my Oculi feature, Pact of the Protector, or Pact of Protection for poison, and gain resistance to that. If I do take damage, you know.
Oh, I'm about to have a bad trip.
Oh no.
Damn, Rashid, look at that. You are all kinds of drugs. Or you got all kinds of drugs running in your system.
Oh, most definitely.
So I'm not going to outright mention what the Constitution saving throw, that is to say, the saving throws are for. However, I am going to keep tabs on how many are succeeded and failed. So, Rashid is a success, Roby is a success, and Winvir is a failure. Okay. In which case, it comes on very slowly. You sort of, at first, as you're drinking this, notice that the room, with all of its, civilized structure, the many boards running across the floor, the shapes of the barrels, the shelving units, and the crates that are located down in this room, and all of the other pieces in their sense of shape and order, you notice that the lines of these things begins to bend a little bit. And as it is bending, you notice that it is taking a more wavy, inconsistent shape as all of you begin to sort of I would say all of you begin to feel that all sense of matter around you is shifting and changing into something else. At first, decoupling from your conception of the material realm. And you're noticing just crazy alchemist illusions of your room. You are noticing that barrels that are sitting in different places are floating up in the air and are reforming into globulous bubbles. You're noticing that boards underneath you are beginning to break from the floor and slither around through the air. You're noticing, as you look to each other's forms begin to stretch and condense and elongate to such an extent that the forms of your compatriots and the form of Lalasu begins to also almost spaghettify, as all of these different elements throughout the room begin deforming and then begin churning around the room like a vortex, leading up through the ceiling. And you notice yourself being pulled from the floor and floating through the air, and you can feel yourself becoming thinner and thinner as you find yourself staring up into this vortex of light. And as your vision reaches the light, you are completely and utterly consumed in it. And you find yourself floating above this clouded space, this space filled with fog and eerie sounds. and everything is gone completely monochrome.
Oh.
This is fine.
Been there before.
Oh no.
Okay. Just to ensure that I have everybody, I need to add some tokens.
Reminder for everybody in stream, don't do drugs.
Ow! Yeah, that.
As you find yourself in this space, you do realize that you are inheriting a form of yourself that's more ethereal in nature. And you see this, and that is the wrong music.
Oh.
Oh shit.
You are beginning to notice each other come into form around you. But you are all see-through.
All right.
As you speak, you notice that your voice is delayed and reverberating throughout this space, just echoing off into what seems like nothingness.
You'll just hear, I guess, reversed. Rashid saying, God damn it, Rashid, we said we'd be clean for at least a couple of months. What the fuck?
And you soon begin to see Lalasu begin to form in this space. And Lalasu looks upon each of you and says, well, one sec here, to do this properly. As I have told you, Lalasu the Eye is the name I inherit. My title did not come to me until I was of age. Since I was a young girl, I had a particular interest in the true nature of Dendar, the world serpent. The elders in my tribe had considered my sister and I to be clairvoyant and believed that I and her would be able to channel the wills of the many beings our tribe worshipped. Allow me to show you where I am from. And you are going to find your body begin to abruptly move through this fog and into a space where something below you is beginning to form. As this happens, everybody, once again, make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
All right. $16.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bad trip.
Rashid, that's one. That is one
wanna-
failure.
Don't wanna.
And Roby, that is a success.
I don't know. Should we use inspo here or no?
It is up to you if you want to use inspiration. For those of you that fail a Constitution saving throw, you do feel a lurching in your stomach, and you feel yourself sink deeper down into the effects. And it doesn't mean that either one of you sees anything different, as your venture is being seemingly guided by Lalasu. However, you get a sense in the pit of your stomach that by the time you come out of this trance, you're going to be beginning to feel the negative effects of what you just ingested.
Gotcha. All right, so we'll save it for another time, but we'll take what it is for now.
All right. You find yourself lurch across space and time into this next location.
Oh my god.
I come from a tribe in the most southern of lands, across the gulf from your Leonios, from the free provinces of Yagharia. These were lands populated by humans and those of monstrous origin. Yuan Ti in particular. While some Yuan Ti lived side by side with humans, the stench was disagreeable. And many preferred to live in the depths of the jungles. In those jungles lies the last vestiges of a great and old ruin, ruled by the favored ones, the Yuan Ti. A place that once housed abandoned temples to forgotten gods of the favored ones. Despite that many Yuan Ti recognized Dendar, the world serpent, many Yuan Ti clung to what they believed were equal gods. Foolishly, they kept to these old ways. When I was a child, I did suddenly hear a voice from one of these entities. He spoke to me in dreams, tested me. He said the Yuan Ti of our city, that is to say our once great civilization, once held him in the highest regard, but now disgraces him by placing him alongside false beings. Some of these beings were simply invented out of fear and weakness. He said that a time would soon come that the Yuan Ti would all be banded together again under his call, and his rise would coincide. But he believed that the Yuan Ti, the favored ones, would not be. I have to stop myself for a moment because I'm trying to. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Could somebody please refresh to me? I want to make sure that I don't misspeak. Did I say specifically that the Yuan Ti would be and okay, so let me just retcon. Let me do this proper. Sorry.
You're good.
He said the Yuan Ti of our civilization once held him in the highest regard, but now disgrace him by placing him alongside false beings. He said that there would be a time soon that his followers would join together, that his call would be heard again, and his rise would follow. But he did not believe the favored ones would be the ones leading this call. For despite their past significance, their prideful insistence had made them unworthy. The favored ones were no longer favored in his eyes. He said that I would be one of the last of my people to carry his charge. Foolishly, I denied this and begged that the favored ones be favored again. I tried to convert my people to his call, but while some listened, the elder abominations refused. And I'm going to need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw, as you are being propelled across tangible existence.
Oh no!
Into another
I'll use that
scene.
inspo. Yeah, I'll use that inspo. Fuck
All
that.
right,
13.
13.
That's the player's inspo from Narth.
Yep. Excellent. So that is from all. Everybody's success.
Thank you, Narth.
As I spoke to the elders and insisted that they drop their unfaithful ways of worshiping false gods, a rebuke followed. After a purge which consumed many of the lives of those who joined me in following Dendar, we were forced to leave. It was believed by me that those that survived this purge would leave the lands of Yagaria and head towards far-off lands that we alone would be the ones to properly herald in Dendar's new age. Painful memories of faithless mistake. Even those converted returned to their old habits, appeasing other beings alongside the world serpent, committing to ancient blood rituals invented from their old ways. After years of being their seer, I finally knew my folly. I knew I could not change them. They were delusioned, superstitious, foolish, a useless sort. They called themselves the Severed Hand, a group of exiled from the body of its original whole. After years of trying, I finally left in disgrace, in failure to the World Serpent, who no longer spoke to me, who refused to hear my prayers, leaving the Severed Hand in the powers of others, namely that of my sister, Thalassa. A whisper of minds she is, talented in the ways of divinity such as myself, but unlike myself, a narcissist, someone who believes that her abilities would grant her on equal tier with the ones that on equal tier with the one that we converted our fraction of the tribe to, put her on the same tier as Dendar himself. She was able to convince them of their favor, but mainly sought power for herself. She believed that obtaining relics of the World Serpent would force them to recognize the Severed Hand and her as his personal prophet. She refuses to understand that the World Serpent cannot be equaled, cannot be coerced. One night, the World Serpent did give me one last call as I was at the bottom of my destiny, the lowest of spirits. At this moment, Dendar did speak to give me one last chance to make up for my failures. He said that others would come searching for the relics, and the relics that have passed multiple hands before would go to new hands, and that I would be the one to seek out the hands they would pass to next. A worthy successor, and my own eyes would be the World Serpent's, that he would see for himself those that I entertained, that I chose, that I vetted to see if they were the worthy successor or not. And so, Rashid, you see, my destiny has been specifically to seek out that worthy successor. That destiny has been to seek out you. I have been watching for a time. I would like everybody to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy. Okay, they were getting there, guys.
All right, well, hey, you are getting on top of the sensations brewing in your gut, but you are quickly realizing that you are accelerating, that the visions that are passing through are happening at a much faster rate.
Uh-oh.
And as you find yourself shooting through... Yes, you are shooting through space and time, and you are being greeted with images of a mutual past. The first image you notice is one familiar to one person in particular, because he was the only person present that was there, and that is you, Rashid, in Autumn Rock, right next to your friend at the time, Ray, bartering. That is to say, performing tarot for a certain stall keeper, as Ray was doing a little bit of sleight of hand at the time. What you don't seem to notice is that in the stall behind you, a little head pokes out in the form of a tiny snake. And for a glimpse, you notice that you are seeing through the eyes of this snake, that you are seeing through the eyes of Lalasu, as she is looking down upon both of you here in Autumn Rock. And you are propelled into another scene. A scene that is all familiar to each of you except for Roby, when you are battling a very particular abomination located within the grub court of Autumn Rock, a certain rat golem. And you are noticing that one of the passerbys, while they are in the form of an elderly man, it is truly in the form of Lalasu. And you are being propelled forward once again to another scene. As you are all staring up upon a tower that is about to crash down in the center of the Vagabond Arena, moments after the massive explosion that happens in the center of the city, located at the Arcanist Inquisition. Just moments before a particular Roxy Righteous manages to stop time, you notice that in and above you, wrapped around one of the ropes fastening the stands located in the middle of this arena that are prepping up the tarp, you see a serpent. Once again, the eyes of Lalasu peering in at the events that are unfolding. And finally, you are propelled to another scene. A dream within a dream. Interesting that only Rashid remembers this particular moment, but Winveer and Roby seem to notice that there are individuals lying on the ground surrounding Rashid. These individuals are all bearing the garb of bandits with weapons strewn upon the ground, and that there is one last bandit who has turned tail and is fleeing the scene. And standing upon the rooftop overlooking this scene, you notice Lalasu. And then the voice begins to speak to you once again. So, Rashid, you are here, and I have watched you since your arrival some weeks ago. While I have seen many, the world serpent has witnessed your abilities, your promise, has recalled your fates. He is indeed pleased. You are Dendar's candidate of promise, but no Rashid Al-Safar. As I know from my own failures, and the failures of my people, that promise can be lost. The human who placed the weapons in their current resting place, as powerful as they are, they now find themselves in faraway places. The resting place of the weapons is unguarded. But the severed hands have taken foot. They are searching for it. And if they find it, if they find the resting place of the weapons, then they may use the weapons in such ways to gain power that I cannot quite fathom for myself. It is your charge to go forward and seek the resting place and find these weapons for yourself. And I must undo the mistakes of the past. Your charge is to help me do so, and in return, I help you take up the mantle of these relics. You and I are now pawns in the game that Dendar is playing. And our charge is to stop the severed hand and retrieve that which bears his power. And all at once, you are all going to begin to come out of your days, but something happens in the midst. You do hear a voice speaking. It is Lalasu once again, and Lalasu says, "You will feel a bit of an upset as you leave your trance state. It is a side effect of the concoction that I have provided you." And her words are cut off at that precise moment. And I would like all of you not to make a Constitution saving throw, but to make a Dexterity saving throw.
I like that.
No. 24.
But I don't
Yeah,
like
boy.
that number.
Yeah, boy.
All right. So, remember, not a Constitution saving throw, but a Dexterity saving throw. So we got Winvir, Rashid. We are going to need...
That's
Roby.
weird. Mine rolled, but it didn't, so I'll do it again.
Okay.
Like the dice hit my screen, but
Okay. Gotcha. So
There
we
we go.
got 17.
Switch subclasses and go to that divine soul sorcerer and use favor of the gods real quick.
No.
All right. You expected to come out of your trance state feeling not all that well. What you didn't expect was for her words to get cut off. And suddenly, your entire world, your entire state of being is consumed in this terrible fire. And you feel this burning sensation cover all of you. You feel what it feels to be like stones striking your body. And all of you that failed, that is to say it would be only Rashid, you are going to be hit with 13 fire damage. And the rest of you are going to take half of that.
Of course it had to be fire.
It had to be fire.
Son of a bitch, it was poison all the time. God damn it.
This is not poison. This is coming from outside of your trance state. Something happened while you were in trance that you had not anticipated. And that is an explosion that actually happened in the actual location where you are standing. As I bring you back into the fold and bring you back into the scene where you are standing.
Oh. So that's 13 points of fire damage.
13 points of fire damage.
All right, let's
and then we only had Rashid and Winvir who were potentially affected by the ill effects. That is going to be...
Oh, we're looking great right now.
Yeah, we are looking great. An additional 6.
Oh boy, yeah, we're looking fantastic at 9 HP.
As you see coming out of your trance that there is a hole blown into the corner of the wall. And coming out of that hole, you notice these figures. And you are noticing that Lalasu is standing in awe and fear as they approach. And she says, "They have found us. They have found you and me." And we're going to pause and we're going to see what the other characters are doing.
Can I say one thing? One last thing.
Yes.
And as she's sort of saying this, and I'll just, after taking the bit of explosion, fire damage, and more, and I'll just say, and they'll burn. And I'm going to cast Hellish Rebuke as a reaction to
All right.
whoever who did the damage, you know?
All
Whoever
right.
you want to rule did that.
So we will start with that when we come back, but we are going to shift over to a completely different scene. For while you are staring down the maw of the python, some other individuals in your party are about to experience some other pythons. In particular, 24-inch pythons from a completely different source of danger. That in particular is Marbuk, the gargantuan. Zug and Orgoth.
God. Oh no.
You find yourself in the middle of the forest, and you are staring down a
big
very
boy.
large orc. And before we begin, you are going to notice somebody step forward, somebody that was lagging behind the other orcs. And he is going to put up his hands and he's going to say, "Stop! Do not engage in combat until the Eye of Mogus speaks." And you are going to see, it's not Marbuk, it's Mubzak. Mubzak, the gargantuan, looks over in irritation and goes, "What have you to speak, Eye of Mogus?" And both of you notice that they are referring to this individual who is wearing sort of orcish priestly robes. It would immediately come to your attention that since both of you are orcs, Zug and Orgoth, that this individual is somebody who is commonplace in the tribes of many orcs. Somebody who is a seer, somebody who is a wise person. This individual joining in on the hunt for the individual that had wronged Mubzak. And he steps forward and begins to speak and says, "It is the ruling of the Wild Fist clan that the right of strength must be honored. If you have quarrel with these orcs, then you must honor the right of strength and engage in single combat." Irritated, Mubzak says, "I know the right of strength. Do not lecture me, These two will see the death of their bodies in the most gruesome and blood-filled of ways." And the Eye of Mogus steps forward, and he looks at both of you and says, "You, foreign orcs, do you wish to honor the right of strength?"
Zug will step forward and say, "So be it. Zug will just mutilate him. It's really easy, actually."
So,
Will step forward and say, "Yeah, I'm sure he'll beat him. Plus, Zog, look at the right side. Mogus wants us to kill something big. Look at that. That's giant. Do it."
Yeah, it's the perfect opportunity. I'm not even mad.
So in this exact moment, The eye of Mogus nods, and he declares, "Then let the right of strength be honored by all who witness."
When he immediately at the time that he cuts, Zug will dart forward.
So, in this moment, he is going to clarify. Also, I think you both would be familiar with the Rite of Strength because it is shared across multiple orc tribes. So this is what the Rite of Strength is. It's single combat. No other individual against other than those involved in the combat will participate. No outside help, no outside magic. Any weapon and magic that you possess is at your disposal. If a foe is defeated, then they must yield. At that point, it is upon the victor to determine the fate of the defeated. It either be death or life. Whichever choice is chosen, the honor of the defeated and the honor of the one that is the victor shall be preserved. You will not be, nobody will be considered dishonorable for giving life, and nobody will be considered dishonorable for taking life. If these rules are violated, if an outside force intervenes, or if you attack anybody else willingly, then the breaker of the Rite of Strength will become a mark of the Wild Fist and will be hunted till death. Also, anybody who is defeated, if they are granted life, then they will be restored to their full health and be sent on their way. So my question for you is, are you ready to participate in the Rite of Strength?
Oh yeah.
All right. And what we are going to do, ladies and gentlemen, in order to make, ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, friends, Romans, countrymen, everybody from all spectrums, what we are going to do is synchronous combat between two separate scenes. And I'm going to need Zug and Orgoth to roll initiative. And then I will switch over to the other scene and I will have everybody else roll into initiative.
Oh, we doing it live.
Oh my god. Not again.
So you want us to roll initiative when we get to our scene?
Correct. So
Gotcha.
I'm going to switch over back to the basement. And I'm going to have all of you roll into initiative.
Oh, hell yeah.
Must feel nice. Oh shit.
Do I get to go first? Please tell me I get to go first.
Oh, you have higher decks than that big boy does.
I get fucked, big boy.
All right. Winveer and Roby, we are going to need initiative. Hold on. Let me see if I can add both of you so that maybe you can, if you click on the combat tracker, you should be able to click on the roll initiative option.
Yeah, I'm just importing my character sheet because I don't have any spells besides like Hellish Rebuke and Shield. I remember my HP and my gold and everything though. And if it still acts up, I'll just use D&D Beyond.
Your spell book, is it importing now?
It's acting funky. I'll just use D&D Beyond and then just roll manually.
Let me see if I can re-import it. You still have your golden HP all
Yeah, I
down?
have it memorized.
Second, sorry about that.
Your spell book has come back. In here, I believe your stuff is all
Oh wait,
present.
I am actually an idiot. I was looking at the reaction tab. That's why. I am
Okay,
an actual
your
fool.
spell book's filled out. So, so we'll need a initiative from Roby. Mr. Carter, are you there?
Carter?
Carter.
Carter.
Maybe roll for him.
He is going to. I'm going to hit roll, and then I'm going to. Oh, I can't actually update combatant. He's going to go last because he is not present. Excellent. So, in which case, I would like Zug to roll a d20, and I would like Rashid to roll a d20 so that we can see which scene are we going to be going to first.
Honestly, I'll just let Ambrose go. I need to figure out what I'm gonna do. If I can. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay.
Alright, dope. Beat him up, Zug!
All right. So
Coachman.
So we begin once again at the forest clearing, and let us get ready for battle. Orgoth, you are the first to go.
Yeah,
So
I can't fight though, so I guess
No.
Orgoth will just walk to the old
no, you can fight. Both of you are fighting him.
So
we are?
as I understood
Yeah, so
it,
single
the-
combat, quote unquote, is both of you versus him. He is
it's like two parties,
he
right?
wants to kill both of you, and he is a big man's who thinks he can take both of you on at the same time.
And I can't use magic, but I can at least use my sword. Is that right?
You can
use
use magic, you can use your sword. You just can't depend on some outside force. It's
alright.
basically like he can't send his orcs to like kick you around.
Alright.
You know.
Hang on.
Fuck him up, Orgoth.
Let's see what I can do. Well, chromatic orb, of course.
All right, so you cast chromatic orb. A 19 is going to hit, my friend.
All right, so I'll go for poison damage, or poison.
All right.
7.
You deal 7 damage and poison as this orb of green, noxious energy strikes him across the torso and wraps around him. And you see him inhale and give a loud cough and then roar out at the top of his lungs.
That'll
Is that-
teach you. Go for it, Zug! And then that's it from my turn.
All right. So next up will be Mubzak. And what he is going to do, he is going to... let's see here. He is going to throw down the drums of war. Both of you are going to notice that before he takes his great axe off, he takes one palm and strikes a drum that is located at a space around his waist. And he begins pounding upon the drum in a very specific rhythm. And as he does so, both of you make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh god, I'm not very wise.
All right.
Twinsies.
For the duration that you hear the drum, which is going to be a turn until you succeed a wisdom saving throw on your preceding turns. You are shaken. That is to say, you're not afraid. It is not necessarily intimidation, but it is throwing off a bit of your balance, and your attacks until you succeed a wisdom saving throw are at disadvantage.
Okay.
So that's his bonus action. And so for his first attack, he's going to take his great axe and he is going to toss it down. Not toss it, but he's going to throw the head of it down upon you. Also, that description is incorrect. I have adjusted the hit for that. Does 14 hit you?
AC 13, fuck.
All right. So he is going to do damage to you, and he is going to use his Savage Assault ability to add a d8 to that damage. That's a total of 15.
Okay.
For his second attack, he is going to take out a spear, and he is going to chuck that spear at Orgoth. $17. Does that hit?
Yep, that hits.
All right. So that is going to be...
Sorry.
That is going to be 15 damage. Let me just make sure that I got those rolls correct. So that's the spear, the great axe damage. Oh, did I? Hold on a sec. Oh, something is wrong because it asked me to do an attack roll. So ignore this attack roll for a moment. It's not letting me do it. Okay, there we go. Damage. That's what it's supposed to be. So I'm sorry there, Zug. It's actually 5 plus 4. So it's 9 damage to you. And
Okay,
then
so I took 9 total?
So you took 9 total.
Okay.
And then I have to change... I got to change the stats of the spear because that's incorrect. It is actually... 1d8 piercing. Okay. I'm gonna re-roll the damage for that. Ignore the attack. I'm gonna roll the damage. So it's actually 9 damage to you.
All right, I'll add that health back and then the -9.
Yep. And that is going to be his turn for the moment. And so we go to you, Zug.
Zug's bonus action, he would like to rage. I'm picking a different element this time. I'm picking, let me see. I'm picking the water element. So while I'm raging, I'm immune to being grappled, to being prone, and to being restrained. And I'm going to walk behind him and attempt to grapple him from behind, like grab him by his belly.
All right. He is... So as you do so, that is going to be a contest of strength. However, he is strong, and because he has the tough feature, he is going to get advantage on it.
Me too, because I'm raging.
But remember, you got disadvantage from the drums, so you're actually it's just a normal.
Rolls, right?
No, it's
on everything.
Oh, you're right. Yes, it doesn't affect your grapple. So, yes. So go ahead and roll as you would. The drums don't affect the grapple.
strength check
Strength check. Yep.
with advantage, correct?
Yes.
Get
Okay.
fucked!
Well, you're going to succeed at grappling him then. And Zug, you have gotten a plus 1d4 roll from Sean, Mr.
Thank you,
Blackman
Sean.
Inc. So put that in your back pocket and use it when you need to. So you have
Yes,
successfully grappled.
I believe that's my action. Yeah, that's my turn.
All right. In which case, let us switch over to the Grinning Scoundrel basement. Top of the order is going to go to Rashid.
Alright, so first things first, let's get the reaction out of the way from earlier. I casted Hellish Rebuke on whoever caused the explosion. Whoever that is.
On the person that caused the explosion, it would be this one.
Alright, so he will need to make a dexterity saving throw or take some fire damage. I'll target him.
12.
Consume spell slot. What we got here? Damage. 14 points of fire damage, and that will fail with a 12.
All right, so he's going to be dealt 14 damage.
All right. And you'll see as these sort of purplish, hellish flames will begin to start building up amongst his arms and legs and start searing into him. And at this point, Rashid, he's hurt, he's worse for wear. But you'll see as his eye begins to start glowing forth, and he is going to gain the blessing of Dendar, as he is going to go even faster than he could even imagine, as he's going to cast haste on himself.
All right.
All right, third level spell. So my AC is now 18, and I'm cracked out of my mind, and I get another action.
Okay.
And I'm going to use a bonus action, or excuse me, I'm going to use a sorcery points to make that into a bonus action for haste.
Okay.
All right, and last question before I get ready to end. Does this guy have any? Does anybody have any like swords on him or anything like that? Do they seem more martial or no?
Their armor seems to be natural, but they do have this one does have a very large, jagged, and fierce-looking scimitar.
Gotcha. Okay. If that's the case, then I don't like it. Well, nah, I think we'll be fine. He'll look over towards Winveer and Roby and just say, "All right, looks like we have to do this. Keep me up if you can." All right, and he's going to just sort of table hop over this area, and he is going to stab into this individual. All right, his first thing or his action is going to be to stab. And then, or excuse me, his normal action is going to be to cast Blade Ward, and his hasted action is going to be to stab this guy in the face. All right, so lots of things. Blade Ward, I'll get resistance to damage, and I'm going to stab him. Didn't go through. Die. It's an 11 to hit.
11 will not hit.
All right, so I'll try to stab. He'll deflect or dodge however he wishes, and I will still remain in a defensive stance as these sort of serpents are wrapping around me, or sort of floating in around me in a sort of way, like an orbit. And that is it.
All right. In response to this, the Severed Hand Malison, who is the large serpent-like creature. He has the head of a serpent, the upper body of a serpent, but with large arms, one of them bearing a scimitar, and the body, that is to say, the lower half of his body is serpentine. And he is going to take his scimitar, and he's going to point it forward, and he's going to hiss loudly and send the Yuan-Ti brood guards in your direction. And each of them are going to begin jumping upon you and are going to claw and bite you.
All right, let's see what they got. Oh, and also as a side note, can I tell Shet to like get the fuck out of here? like he typically does whenever combat happens.
Yep.
All right, dope.
So that's 1 claw, which is gonna be a success.
It would, but I will tell him to go fuck himself, and I will just immediately almost wrap the chain blades around his sort of, or his claws, and then make them almost hit himself. I'm gonna cast Shield to defend.
Wait.
I get my reaction back because I did it on the beginning of or I get it back because my turn already passed.
Okay.
I was making sure.
Attacks one of this bite into this class. Okay. Yeah, so this one is going to do, actually, sorry, he gets 3 attacks. So that's 1 attempt. This is the second
Christ.
one. Is 14 gonna hit?
Nah, AC is 23 right now.
All right, and then 1 bite.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
We got another one.
What's your AC right now?
23.
AC is 23 right now. I am hoping to God we can get through this.
All right, the other one is going to do the same claw bite.
There's a 10% chance of hitting. There's no way. Oh my God.
All right, claw,
Come on.
bite.
Oh,
No.
thank God. All right. That's 2 down. Now we gotta worry about the big fucker. Jesus.
All right. As this happens, he is going to
I believe.
he's actually going to disengage from you, and he's going to
Okay.
move over towards Lalasu, and you're going to see him stand over Lalasu. Let me see if he's got anything. That is yes. He is going to that's his disengage, so he's not going to take an action, but he is going to basically stand here, and he's coming after Lalasu. He's not going to be able to take any action yet, though. It is now Winvir's turn.
All right. Tried and true.
You got anything up your sleeve?
Yeah. Well, first and foremost, first level healing word over to Rashid.
Thank
Get
you very
7 back.
kindly.
And with it, I'm just gonna move right over to Mia. Actually, no, not Mia. Over to Nya. I'm gonna attack this Brood Guard right here.
Mm-hmm.
My fancy dancy rapier!
All right, make your attacks.
Hit.
16 is gonna hit.
All right, perfect. So I'm going to use one of my Bardic Inspirations. Second. Here we go. Bardic Inspirations to do Psychic Blade, which means I get to deal 3d8 damage.
Holy shit.
Yeah, this is the fun part. Because give me a quick second, because it was I don't think it updated on mine. Because level 5, it becomes the D8. Let me just see. Let's see. I have it right here. Psychic Blades feature. Yeah.
That's
Give me a second.
crazy. That's so cool.
It's well, I have to change it up to 3d8. Give me a second. Here we go. Let's check that now. Sorry about that.
Okay, so Psychic
gonna roll.
Blades.
I'm gonna roll 3d8. Here. This does.
Targeting who?
The one I just hit.
Who?
The Brood Guard.
The Brood Guard. Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, Brood Guard right there. Sorry, I have to change up that Psychic Blades. 18
18
plus 10 for 28.
All right. It is a considerable blow, but it is, and while you see dark blood pouring out of the wounds, it is still standing, still hissing, and still baring its claws menacingly. There we go. Okay. All right, and is that your turn?
That's going to be the end of my turn, yeah.
Okay. And with that, we are going to switch over to the forest clearing. And the next person up is Orgoth.
Hey, Carter, are you there?
Oh,
yeah, their turn.
yeah, sorry.
Yes,
I actually just forgot.
Carter, are you there?
Carter.
I don't think Carter's there.
Let me message him. If you're talking, we can't hear you though.
Yeah,
So you might-
we have not been able to hear you for the last
Oh, he wrote something 29 minutes ago at OC saying stepping away.
Well, then we move
All right.
forward to the forest clearing. All right, Orgoth, it is your turn.
All right. Time for a dumb plan. All right. Well, I'll use
One second.
frostbite.
Matt, DM question.
Yep.
He being grappled stopped him from using his war gong?
He's not doing it repetitively. It's one of those things where he does it once, and the sound is continuing. It's like reverberating. How do I explain? He's striking his drum to cast the spell. The effects of the spell are still exist until you succeed a wisdom saving throw.
Gotcha.
You're in a shaken state. So he's not constantly hitting the drum.
Okay, gotcha.
Do we have to do the saving throw now, or
Yes.
don't need to? All right.
He got dragged to AFK. I'm gonna bring him back.
Well, I'll be casting frostbite, and then I'll do the saving throw, I guess.
Okay.
And
Yep. So Constitution saving throw.
yeah, a 15.
Fail.
Oh,
Oh
succeeds with
bruh.
flying colors.
Yeah. Well, bonus action. He'll start his blood dancing, or blood singing.
Mm-hmm.
So now my AC is at 17.
All right.
And
All right.
That'll be it for my turn.
As you send forward the frostbite, and he just you actually see him chuckle just deviously, like.
What's coming for you, big man?
All right. Now it is his turn, and he's gonna have to figure out a way to break out of that grapple, which he is going to do. He's going to try to contest your grapple directly.
Strength checks?
That is a strength check.
Let's do it. Oh, fuck.
Ah,
All right. He is going to succeed.
I'm gonna use my D4.
Use your D4.
Yeah.
All right. You want to keep him locked? Lock, stocked, and oh,
It's at least a tie. It's at least a tie.
at least a tie. I would say in a tie, nothing changes. So if he's grappled already, he's still grappled. If he wasn't grappled, then he's not grappled. But he's, yes.
Thank you, Sean.
He's still grappled. In which case, he's not going to do anything this turn. It's your turn, Zug.
Zug is going to say to Mubzek, "This is what my coachman taught me," and he's going to attempt to suplex this motherfucker.
Perfect.
He has an anime flashback. So Zug, so here's what you need to do. You need to wrap your arms around him and bring him in close and then slam him on his fucking neck.
What would I roll?
So you're going to, hold on a sec. I don't know if this is necessarily a grappling, a grappling rule, but you're going to suplex him, and basically, is the idea to deal damage, or is the idea to get him prone and start pinning him? Is that the idea?
Yeah.
Wait, which
Okay.
one?
Is it to deal damage,
prone.
or is it to pin him?
I want to knock him prone, yeah.
Okay. I believe if we're trying to progress levels of grappling, grappling only requires one free hand, so you can still make attack rolls. So if you want to treat this as a attack roll for damage, you can, but if you're trying to force him prone, that might be just another strength contest.
Let's do it.
Yeah, it's basically like you're knocking him, you're shoving him using the shove action, but you still have him grappled at the same time. So,
Yeah.
Let's go, Suplex City! Okay.
Come on.
That's pretty good. That's good.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. He is now prone.
And that was my attack action, correct?
That was your attack action.
So I still have my extra attack and my bonus action.
Okay.
So as an extra attack, Zug's going to headbutt him, like get on top of him, jiu-jitsu style, and going to headbutt him. So an unarmed strike, I believe I have advantage even without reckless. So I have disadvantage because of the thing, and I have advantage because he's prone, so it's this straight roll.
Did you roll your wisdom saving throw? Because I don't think you did.
I did
you should,
not.
I mean,
did not.
you should do that first before you
Yes.
do any sort of actual attacks, because it's the beginning of your.
Fuck.
Nope, you're still shaken. So any attack is at disadvantage unless you can supplement it with an advantage. Then it'll be just neutral.
So so it's neutral because he's prone, and I'm melee attacking
Yeah,
him.
yeah,
Okay, so I'm going to headbutt him first.
yep.
11 a hit.
That is not going to hit.
Okay, so I'm going to elbow him in the temple
All
with
right.
my bonus action. Fuck!
Oh.
Oh man. Wait. You had him prone, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you have advantage on him?
He's got
it-
disadvantage because of the drum effect. He didn't. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
That's my turn, man.
All right. Well, he is restrained and prone at least, so you got that going on for you.
Yep.
All right, back to the basement. I'm gonna give one more chance for Carter if he is here. Carter, are you here? Carter.
Where did he go?
I have no
We
clue.
need you.
Is it possible that you could play his character, Matt?
I'm not gonna play characters.
That's fair.
Alright.
If so, we go at the top of the order. It's Rashid's turn.
Okay. If that's the case, I mean, this is not a game not to steal your kill, Squigs over here, but
That's fine. No. This is just lifting him down.
I want them fucking dead. Go ahead. What were you saying?
Like I said, go ahead. Do it. Come on.
All right, cool thing. So I will just try to, or like in this hasted sort of state, I'm going to send the blades wrapping around this individual, cut towards the legs, and then cut towards the neck with my first attack roll.
Excellent.
All right. She's blades. It's always acting stupid. That's a 23 to hit.
That is gonna hit.
Damage. 7 points of damaggio.
And that's the which target?
This one right here.
That was
Sorry
that one.
about that.
Yep.
Yes.
7 damage.
All
Excellent.
right. Is he finished or is he still
He
standing?
is still standing.
All right, let's make sure he's not standing. All right, so first one was towards the leg, and now I'm gonna finish off and try to strike him into the neck. All right, second attack roll with the hasted action.
All right.
That's a 22 to hit.
22 is gonna hit.
Oh god, 4 points of damage.
4 is not going to do it. Still standing.
God damn, this guy. Rolling low. All right, third final attack. This is gonna be my bonus action offhand. Just a flurry of sort of cuts into this guy. I will just try to stab him into the gut and hope for the best. Because I need this guy dead. Please. 22, we're rolling hot.
That's gonna hit.
8 points of damage. Oh yeah, that's what we're talking about.
What does this look like?
So like after, it's like I almost stab him directly into the knee. He drops down to one leg. Immediately I just stab him again, sort of slicing towards his throat. He drops down onto both legs, and I just sort of put the blade right up to his head and just look him directly into the eye and just say, Dendar sends his regards, and just decapitate him right then and there.
Fantastic. That sounds brilliant. So you are going to see this creature as he is just bleeding out from these cuts. This creature is screeching at the top of its lungs, trying to work off of whatever feral instinct it has and try to claw its way towards you. But as it is sliced apart with your blows, it slows and crumples to the ground, not moving, and a dark puddle of blood begins to seep out from beneath it.
All right, now this I'm gonna live to regret this action, but as he falls down dead, we'll look over towards Lala Su, and against his better judgment, he's gonna definitely walk over and try to get or stand in between these individuals and her, and draw the legs of his blades if he can. He doesn't know whether she's a fighter or not, whether she's capable of like damaging spells, so he's gonna assume and just grab the blades and ready himself. Also, Carter is back, I think.
Yep, my bad. I heard y'all yelling, and I didn't realize. I thought we were just gonna finish the game out with Zugs.
Nope, it's a synchronous battle between two separate scenes.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. So we have the Severed Hand Malison. He is seeing you approach, and he is going to actually rush forward towards Lala Su in response to this. And he is going to perform the constrict action. Basically trying to do an attack action upon her, and then attempt to grapple. 16 is going to hit for 11 bludgeoning damage.
Dang, I can't even like redirect it. And nah, she's like around me. Yeah.
That is a successful hit, so target is instantly grappled at that point. With its other attack, it is going to look down, is going to bear down upon you as it lengthens its body to appear even taller and larger than you. And it is going to come down within the blink of an eye in a bite.
All right.
21.
21. Nah, fuck these guys. I gotta send a message. I'm gonna cast shield. I would just like, as I'm facing this guy, I'm literally just going to put a sword behind my back and then just be like, nah, you wait your turn, jackass. All right.
All right. So its teeth just nom into the shield and are repelled, and it hisses loudly at you in response. And what it decides to do at this point is, with half of its action, it is going to start dragging, or half of its movement, it's going to start dragging her towards the entrance. The other brood guard is going to leap across and is going to begin. Let's see. Well, yes, because his compatriot has been dealt quite a bit of damage from not just you but the others. So, the UNT Brood Guard is going to come directly at Winveer, who is the next closest, and is going to do a claw attack. 16, does that hit?
16 does hit.
All right. It's 8 slashing damage. That is going to be another claw attack. 15.
Does hit.
That is 6 damage.
I am not looking too good.
And then a bite attack. 18.
It hits.
10.
Oh my god. Yeah.
This thing just basically, like a raptor, leaps, essentially leaps from the floor to the table in front of you and begins completely wailing on you with claws and bite, almost completely overwhelming you with attacks. And that is going to be essentially their turn. We're going to go to you, Winveer.
All right.
Being badly injured.
All right. So I am going to give a bardic inspiration to Sheed. So you get a D8.
Thank you.
And as my action, I'm going to look directly at the Malazan. You see his just a little glow in his eye that's not his monocle. He's kind of bleeding. You just hear one word from Winveer. Drop. I'm casting suggestion.
Hog.
All right.
So roll that wisdom saving throw. Come on.
Come on.
Saving throws does have a saving throw advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects. So that is going to be an advantage to.
Oh, 1 and a 2. 1 and a 2.
You know.
Saving throw advantage.
Yes!
Oh yeah.
My boy!
All right. And Lala Sue is dropped upon the floor.
Yeah!
Windveer coming in clutch.
Holy shit. I am so happy.
All right. Because she is dropped upon the floor, I'm actually, I didn't before because it wasn't, she was sort of like stunned from the initial explosion, but I'm actually going to add her to the tracker.
All right.
She's under token 8, whatever that means.
All right.
And so, was that your turn?
That was my turn.
All right. She is going to stand prone. She doesn't have a lot of hit points. However, she is going to basically cast a what was it? It's an Eldritch Blast. Targeting the Malison with an attack. That attack roll is pretty terrible.
Like bounced off at the 12.
Yep. And she is going to, yeah, that's gonna be her turn. Not very effective. All right, Roby, it is now your turn.
I mean, she would have been at disadvantage anyways, right? So it would have probably been worse.
Well, she
either way.
Well, she stood up, but yeah, I mean, oh, you mean because she was face to face?
Because ranged, yeah, unfortunately. Right. But that makes sense. She rolled a 4. So I'd like to make the mention that Roby was inactive. Like he's I feel like he was in like this sort of like confusion state. Going through that whole multiple scenes of different stuff, and he's like taking it all in, and he's doing these calculations and doing these different putting pieces of things together, like figuring out that it seems like this was some sort of like past up to present, catching up on what's going on, and then that explosion, and he's like, this doesn't make sense. I'm hurting. Why am I hurting? We're in this dream state, and then this happens, and then he goes, oh no, I will help. And unfortunately, what I'd like to do, I'd like to stop that thing from doing stuff, but I also don't want Windveer to die.
Choices. These are the choices of battle.
How much health do you have normally? Yes, I thought. Okay, cool, perfect. So I would like to basically 5-foot step over here, cast Cure Wounds on Windveer at 2nd level.
Okay.
Cure Wounds, ABC. Oh, this isn't in alphabetical order. Oh, that's right, because it's a level 1, so I had to find level 1 first. Boop. Click this. Click it at 2nd level, consume, and it should roll, right? Oh, I gotta click healing. And we're rolling 2d8, normal.
13.
All right.
All right, so 13,
Yeah,
and then yeah, right. And then I'd like to hop up over this. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'd like to place myself in some sort of barrier in between the I don't know how big the hole is actually, but
he's not going to be able to step past your space.
Okay, so it is a basic 5 foot or so hole. So basically, I run over there and I kind of jump off the little desk thing. I would get an attack of opportunity from that creature if it likes, and I'm like holding onto my shield as I place myself in front.
All right, and that's gonna be a single claw attack of opportunity. 12 is probably not gonna do it for you.
Nope.
All right.
And I'm just like I like trying to block the entrance. I do not know what you want, but you must not leave, as you have hurt my friends. And that's it.
All right, putting yourself in harm's way as the obstruction.
Oh wait, I have a bonus action, right?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me. I'm gonna use my last to... Oh, do I want to do this? Yes, I do want to do this. I'm gonna use my last... No, never mind. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting. You can only do cantrip and the other.
Right.
So
Yeah.
no, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Yep, that's it.
All right, in which case, that is going to make for everybody's turn, and I'm going to switch over to our forest clearing. So the battle continues. Top of the order is Orgoth.
All right, this time I remembered what to do.
Yes, bro.
As you see orcs surrounding, and they're all trying to cheer. They're all trying to cheer for Mubzak, shouting at him to get up.
Am I free with the 16?
You are free of the 16.
All right. Now Orgoth will get closer to him
All right.
while grabbing his scimitar.
Yes.
Not only will he attack with his scimitar, but he'll do his cantrip booming blade.
You have advantage.
Is that the cantrip's name? Hang on. Yeah,
On the
booming
attack
blade.
roll, that is.
Now.
All right, scimitar.
15.
I mean, that's you would, yeah. I mean, that's gonna hit him.
All right. Damage. Plus, he gets lightning damage as well from booming blade.
All right, so that's gonna be 4 damage plus 6 damage, total of 10.
And then Orgoth will just walk back to where he was. All up to you now, big guy.
All right. So it is the big guy's turn, and he is going to once again try to contest this this grapple. And he's going to do it with a let's see, since he's prone, and since you've succeeded twice upon him, I'm trying to think if there's anything else he wants to try to do with any of his bonus action abilities. I think, nah, he wants to break out of the grapple, so he's gonna roll at advantage. 16. You're gonna have to do another strength contest.
Oh God!
Oh, that's a tie. Nothing changes.
Thank God!
Oh my god.
All right, Zug, it is your turn.
Oh
Lay the
God,
smack down.
I have an insane migraine. I'm going to headbutt him again, and I'm going to, as I'm headbutting and attacking him, Zug's going to be like, ha ha ha, weakness, weakness. Oh, I have to roll my wisdom saving throw.
Yes, you'll want to do that first.
Finally.
You succeed. So you're
And
attacking with advantage.
Oh yeah, baby. That's what I like. Uh-huh.
Nice. Okay. Deal your damage. So that is a total of 9 damage to him.
Now I'm going to elbow him again. Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. So you so the second strike was an elbow. What was the first strike? It was a
The first strike was my extra attack. The second strike was my bonus action.
well, like what kind of attacks were they? You like one with an elbow, one with a what
Just
was
unarmed strikes.
just an unarmed strike. So you're basically being the schoolyard bully right now, and you're like on top of him, and he's like, "Get off of me!" And you are striking him across the face, and your strike ends up crossing across his eye, and you know for a fact. From your blow that this individual is gonna leave here, no matter what happens, he's gonna leave here with a black eye.
Behold what a true champion of Mogus!
And you
Yes!
laid the smackdown with a people's elbow. right on his jugular, and he ends up grabbing for his neck. He's like, ah. So you are taking it to him, and he is not having a good day right now. You've completely toppled him over, made him prone, and you're just wailing on him at this point.
It's just
Got one more attack.
things, man. No, that's my 2 attacks. I have
Third
another
one, remember?
because-
You have extra.
Yeah, I have another one.
Yes, you do. Let's
I
go.
am
Let's
going
go.
to elbow him again
Yeah, you got 3 attacks.
because
big
it's
guy.
30.
Oh,
go.
schoolyard bully this
Nice.
thing. Beat him up.
Oh yeah.
Make him give you his lunch money. Okay, all right.
You shouldn't have tried Zug! La 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 la!
He's worse.
He's not looking good. He's not looking good at all. All right, we're gonna return to the basement.
Who's the worst schoolyard bully, Grom or Zug? The world will never know.
No.
Oh man. I
All
hope
right,
Sean's watching.
Rashid, top of the order. It is your turn.
Oh hell yeah, so I want to do this if I can. Alright, so for my action, like basic action, you'll see as like kind of like a sort of purple serpent will start writhing around. It's made out of these purple flames and more. As it seems to go around the legs of the wrists of Rashid, he just sort of fires it out, kind of like a scorpion from Mortal Kombat, and it will strike into this individual. It's going to use Produce Flame. It's upgraded because I'm level 5.
All right.
We'll also have Bardic Inspiration.
Oh shoot, you're right.
You were correct.
Oh yeah, I'll probably use it on this. We'll see. Boop. Goddamn it. Bardic Inspiration can't do shit to that. Oh well.
Nope.
We'll save it for the next one. All right. Oh, that will fail. It will go completely wide and probably strike into a wall or something. I don't know.
Yep, so your Produce Flame shoots out, and with its serpentine body, it's able to bend itself in such a way where that flame just strikes into the wall and leaves a black mark.
Nah. Oh well. Maybe next time. But nah, I want to save spells and all that stuff. So I will rush over and close the distance and go back to your old faithful. I'll just send a chain blade out towards him and try to, if he has his back turned, stab him directly into the back and then just jump up and try to wrap the blade around and slice his neck off. All right, so this action, hasted action, and then bonus action attack.
All right.
All right, inventory, Rashid's blades. Boom. 24 to hit.
24
I'll
is
just do
gonna
the
hit.
second one as well. 19 for the second one.
Both are gonna strike.
God damn, I'm getting so close to these crits, Mac. I really want the vicious weapon. God damn it. All right, normal 7 for the first one.
All right.
And then here, I'll just do I'll do it manually so I don't have to go through the thing again. 6 for the second one.
Okay, 13
That's
damage total.
Pretty good, not bad. So I'm just basically stabbing this guy or in the back and then on the neck, and from what I can see is like there's no logical way that this guy can really get past Roby right now. There's nowhere he can fit, right?
Unless he can force Roby out of that space, that's not going to be a success. I mean, I'm not going to list the ways.
Yeah. But like I'm just basically saying, like, can he just walk through it like perfectly normal? He has to actually do some stuff to probably get there. Okay, that's fine. I'll stay
Right.
where I am then.
All right. In response to your attacks, you hear this like big bellowing groan, like this smarts, this hurts. But he sort of like just looks about like he has a job to do. He has a specific task to fulfill, and you are all getting in the way of it. Most notably, Roby. So, this severed hand Malison is going to bear up in the same fashion, make his body tall and large, and bear down upon the automaton that is Roby. And he, no longer constricting his previous opponent, he is going to do what he can to try to remove you from the space, and he's going to do a constrict attack against you. .22. That is going to hit, I imagine.
Yep.
All right, so that is going to be 13 bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled.
Does this save against the grapple?
There is an escape against the grapple on your turn, but there is no save against the grapple. If it hits the grapple, the grapple takes place.
Okay.
This is specific to his creature type and the ability to constrict. It's different from other grapples.
Sure.
It is a snake coiling around you. So he has you grappled, and he is going to try to pull you. He's essentially going to just pull you 1 5-foot space. Oh wait, no, that would. He's going to pull you that way. But because he has you constricted, he's not going to be focusing on attacking you quite yet. Actually, he is. He's going to try to bite down upon your head. That's going to be 24. That is 14 damage. And that is going to be his turn. The Brood Guard is going to look. The Brood Guard's pretty feral. Is not very good at sticking to a plan, so it's going to continue attacking the people closest to it, and it is going to attack Winveer first with a claw. Is a 14 hit? All right. 8 damage as it swipes with the left claw. It's going to swipe with the right claw and miss, and then it is going to bite at you. 13, is that going to hit?
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
I would have figured your AC would have been a little bit.
My AC is crap. I have like nothing.
All right. I thought your dex was halfway decent. Well, your armor class is 13, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. So it is going to deal 6 damage to you with the bite.
All right.
And that is going to be their turn. Winveer, it is now your turn. Your friend Roby is constricted and has been moved away from the entrance, which is preventing them from leaving with or without anybody.
So the problem again. All right. I guess I'm gonna have to do it again.
All right. just let you know we have 15 minutes left of the session.
Yeah.
So
All right,
we'll
I'm gonna cast Suggestion again, allowing it to drop. On work.
okay. Well, that is once again going to be advantage on wisdom saving throws. Oh, I hit normal.
my-
That's normal. Sorry, I got to do another normal. I screwed up. There we go.
Ah!
Does not drop.
All right. That's gonna be end of my turn. I'm screwed.
Okay.
Hey, wait. One more thing. Sorry.
Okay.
Bardic Inspiration, Roby.
Big smart.
All right. Roby does get Bardic Inspiration. In which case, we're going to move on to the next individual, who is going to be Lalasu. She is actually going to utilize her her persuasive abilities, and she's going to attempt her own she's going to cast her own attempt at suggestion. Wisdom with advantage. Fails. Roby is dropped. No longer constricted. All right, that is her turn, and then we're gonna move to Roby, who is now no longer grappled.
Shoot. All right, cool story, bro. I'd like to. 16. I'm at 21, which means. All right, cool. I'd like to first use my bonus action. I had to make sure I was unmuted. I have a bad habit of that. I'd like to use my bonus action to cast at second level spiritual weapon.
Okay.
So, spellbook, spiritual weapon, consume, and I'd like to drop it right. Oh wait, it doesn't give me one, does it? I was hoping it would give me a little thing like.
Yeah, typically it gives you a thing, but what kind of weapon is it?
So it basically is a nano cloud that looks similar to Roby. It's a bunch of his nanobots coming out of him. So think of it kind of like I imagine it's almost like the new Echo fucking Knight.
We'll use this as a
that's
as
fine.
a thing. Ignore the numbers. It's just a ring of nanobots.
Yep.
Yeah.
No worries. As I'd like to try to attack the big fucker. There's a 15 hit.
A 15 is going to hit.
And I'd like to do 10 points of force damage to him.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
As I'd like to I kind of like raise my hands in the air, and you see as bits and pieces of Roby kind of break off, like kind of reverse Iron Man style.
All right.
And fly towards Winveer and begin to attach to him, and he feels as if he's being healed as I will activate my what is this clerical thing? The clerics so I'm doing as an action the channel divinity that
Preserve life?
preserve life.
Okay.
So I can restore 20 hit points. I can't give any to Rashid because he's already above half, but I can give myself. So half of 54 is 27. So I'll give myself 6, and I'll give give myself 6, and I'll give the rest. So 14 to Winveer.
14.
Yep.
Good stuff.
All right.
So basically, right now you got little bits of me helping protect you, aka heal you. As I will again step in here.
Roby's just a writer, bro.
Yes.
All right. Is that gonna end your turn?
Yeah, basically he's going back in there.
Okay.
I will not say this again. Please stop fighting. We only wish to understand what you want. We may be able to come to an agreement. We do not know this person. It is obvious you would like them. Halt your weapons, or you will die. That's it.
All right. In which case, we have 10 minutes left of the session. So what we're going to do is we're going to speed through this last set of turns.
Speed run.
Speed run.
Let's go.
One more turn. That is to say, one more round. Orgoth, it is your turn.
All right, Orgoth will do the
Big
same
man
thing
is
he
still
did.
on the ground.
But like the moment he walks to him, he'll cast the booming blade on his blade.
All right.
On Orgoth.
You do so at advantage. He is down. He is on his back.
14.
14's not going to do it.
Oh, that's okay because I still have a D4, so I'm gonna use that.
All right. Excellent.
Nice. That hits.
Come on.
Oh, you just hit the threshold, my guy. You just hit the threshold.
All right. So whoops. Damage normal 7, and the lightning damage, of course.
Thunder damage, you mean?
Well, yeah, thunder damage.
Yep.
And then Orgoth will sort of taunt him. You're calling yourself big, huh? Wow, you're a small man to me. Now I can see why your wife was having fun with the little guy.
Nice. Nice.
On
And then
his
he'll move
turn. Well, yeah. So,
6
sir.
feet away.
All right.
Just need to check.
Oh, and if he doesn't get through this,
Yeah, he'll move 6 feet away.
All right. You move 6 feet away.
Pretty much like.
social distancing.
Oh, I can't move my character.
Is that
now.
is that going to be your turn?
You?
All right.
There's a reason for that too.
There we go. Now it's fixed. Mubzak, in response to this, he's gonna go, I yield! I yield! And the Eye of Mogus is gonna step forward, and he is gonna say, Victors! What say you to the defeated?
Zug is going to look at Orgoth
Oh, it's simple.
and say the word.
Orgoth,
Yes.
I say sacrifice.
You spoke my language. Orgoth will put his scimitar back and take his dagger. Time for the ritual.
Yes.
And he'll start carving him.
All right, for the last turn, we're gonna switch over to Zug, and Zug, Orgoth, in terms of like the actual ritual, but Zug, for the actual killing blow, what does this look like?
I'm going to movie style just pick both of my hands on opposite sides of his neck and just fucking 360-degree break his neck.
All right, you grab hold of your opponent, and as you
And my last word to him is
Small mess.
and he's going to spit on him.
and in his incapacitated state, you're able to take his head and then force it to turn. And at first, it doesn't want to give as he resists. But then you hear it. You hear the crunch. You hear the crack. And the crackling as you continue to turn it around. and all the way a full circle as it faces you, with his tongue hanging out and his eyes gazing out into nothing as the snow beneath him grows further and further red, dead. And both of you begin your sacrificial ritual. And the Eye of Mogus steps forward and says, "It is done. Mubzak the Gargantuan has fallen."
I told you I would mutilate him and it would be easy.
Oh, yes, he was easy. One of the easiest victims we've ever had.
Why do you guys follow this guy? Like, just follow Zug and Orgoth. We are like big men.
Considering your words, the Eye of Mogus is going to look between the other orcs, and we will find out what proceeds of that next session. But we are going to go to the basement one final time, starting with Rashid.
Oh, we're speed running. We got 5 minutes. Let's go.
Let's
All right,
go.
I stab. It's basically simple as that. Actually,
You stab,
we're gonna-
Bardic Inspiration as well, remember.
we're gonna do this because we're trying to make sure he's dead. I'm gonna take a risk. I'm going to, almost like a Rasengan, I'm going to conjure the flame and just literally try to burn a hole into him. I'll take the disadvantage, but hopefully Bardic Inspiration helps here.
All right. Do it up.
Where the fuck is it? Boom. Reduce flame. 3 and a 2, 8.
Not
It's
not
a
gonna
D8.
quite do it.
Right.
Yeah, it's a D8.
D8.
I'm not rolling an 8. I don't think that's possible. All right. I'm gonna stab him.
It's possible.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I'll tell you this, it's not an 8.
cowabunga.
You got a 50-50 chance. Nope.
Nah.
Okay. Doesn't do it.
All right. That said, I'm going to stab him, hasted action, and then normal action.
All right.
Bonus action. Oh my god. Attack. 18.
That hits.
Second one.
That
10.
does not hit.
Yeah, I should have saved it for that one. Oh well. All right, damage. Oh god. All right, the Ligarashi is really kicking in. Jesus Christ. All right, 4 points of damage.
Excellent. You manage to leave a cut across its cheek, and it takes its hand and touches it and looks and realizes they are potentially outmatched, but there is one thing that he can still do, and he is going to look towards the entrance with Roby in the way, and he's going to decide that he's going to make one more attempt to constrict, and if he's going to try to leave with somebody, it's going to be Roby at this point. So he's going to attempt a constrict.
Oh God. Fail.
What kind of bard are you, Winmere?
I'm Whispers Bard.
Okay, darn.
That is an 18.
Oh, and I have a 19 AC.
Oh!
God damn!
That is not going to be successful. In frustration, he's going to hiss loudly, and he's going to do a bite. Let's say he's going to do a bite attack on you. He's going to fail.
Oh my god.
Ride shattered.
But the last thing he's going to do is he's going to grab the brood guard, and he is going to actually no, he's not. He is just going to face off against all of you, and he's going to end up just taking what's coming. All right. I will say, actually, sorry, the brood guard is sort of sniffing the air and realizes that things are not going so well, so it is going to accept an attack of opportunity from both of you as it begins running off and potentially trying to run up the stairs.
I stab.
You stab.
Every time. Oh, damn it.
14 hits,
Nice.
and 24 is going to hit.
Nice.
He stabs.
Alright, screw it.
Stab me, boys.
I'm not gonna waste it. just in case.
Yep, just do your damage.
Damages.
Damages.
I did, it's 4.
All right, excellent. So that's what happens as it begins barreling down the hallway towards the stairs. Lalasu is going to suggest that this is going to use his next second level spell slot to do a suggestion and suggest that this Malison basically yield. Yeah. I'll bend things a little bit. I'll see if it succeeds or not. Saving throw advantage. Oh, that is advantage. So Roby, I'm gonna give you the honors of putting down your final attack upon this creature.
Yeah, so bonus action, spiritual weapon attack while I attack him at the same time with a big, what was it called? Bing bong? What's the damn?
Bong, yeah.
Bing bong. Yes.
All right, so I'm attacking, I'm trying to attack normal. I'd use the D8 if that, let's see, how do I do that?
13 is going to succeed.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
And then I will do
Yep.
the spiritual weapon as well. Oh well, let me do the damage while I'm there. Normal spiritual weapon.
All right, we got 6. And what's that spiritual weapon?
So how do I just make it attack without having to?
Just roll a d20 and then
Okay,
we'll...
all right, just straight do it. I got
yeah.
you. Where is the d20? There it is. Roll.
Okay, so that...
Well, that's okay.
Yep, that doesn't do it. Well, 6 is gonna do it. So what does this look like?
So I mean, I would just imagine that, the last attack was Roby like saying, lay down your arms or we're going to kill you. And then as I see him try to like bite at me, I gave you fair warning. And I'd imagine even though the spiritual weapon failed, like you see this nano cloud of Roby and regular Roby just going in at the same time and just smashing the head of this thing.
So like one from the left, one from the right kind of thing?
Yeah, like right hook, left hook kind of vibe.
All right, with your fists or with the weapon? It is with your weapon though. So
yeah. So I imagine like Roby. So I imagine the thing looks exactly like him. So it would be like flail.
Yes.
Smash.
I get this. I get it. So you both swing and then you make contact at the same time, either side of the head, and there is a crunch as you see the head cave in and a blast of black blood spews out, and the face is now completely unrecognizable as the body slumps to the ground like a giant snake slumping to the ground, and it is dead. And you have solved my snake puzzle. Congratulations.
Figured out who was getting taken.
With victory at hand, our heroes now have more questions to ask, and some of our heroes have some consequences to face. But we will see that next session on Tales of SEGLESIA. I would like to thank everybody for watching. Please be sure to check this stream out every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. Central. Also, this is a campaign that is part of Project Aurora, which is a living world setting with many DMs, many campaigns, many more players, and one universe where all of these events take place in. If you are interested, go into the chat and click on that Discord link. Say hi. hey, you want to play in one of these fantastic campaigns? I'm sure there's some openings. So go check it out. Apply to be a player. Otherwise, hang out with some cool peeps. This was Sensei Suplex playing as Rashid.
I didn't die. I did it.
We got Dr. Swiggins playing as Winveer.
Oh, I didn't die. I thought I was. Anywho.
He did it.
You got Larpstrong Carter playing as Roby.
I did warn him.
And that you
We
did. And you did not die. And then we have our 2 orc fighters, our 2 orc champions. Phoenix V playing as Orgoth.
Fast.
And the one, the only, Ambrose playing as Zug. Reckless attack. As the camera zooms out on a 2 orc ritual being performed upon the dead body, that is Mubzak, the Gargantuan, the Fallen, and you are the victors. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. It has been a pleasure and a privilege, and I, Chaotic and Writer, will see y'all in the next episode. Everybody say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Did it.
Eh.
Let me stop.